don't know if you're familiar with the HoneyKomb Brazy story as well.
I started to catch up on it. That was a little new for me.
Okay. Well, I've been following this young man's career, just for the fact that, my family is from that section.
Mm-hmm,
Um,
mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
so it was nice because the last person they had, I want to say, was OMB and he signed an E40
Oh,
and
sure.
and then really made no noise, really, really, what I mean, putting out. I mean, it was good for him personally, but he didn't really put Alabama on the map. Like,
Mm-hmm.
but HoneyKomb Brazy, I've been following his career. He signed to Mob Ties, and which is
Is that
also that's Jay Prince and them.
okay? I was like, yeah, it's in Houston,
Yeah,
right? Yeah, yeah, yeah.
yeah, Jay Prince and them.
All right.
But it's a weird intermingled mess. Him and another artist named Finesse2x. Oh yeah, we talked about Finesse. Anyway, they signed to that same label, whatever. But they went to jail together too at the same time. Like, but Finesse came home
Mm-hmm.
first. Finesse blew up, and I guess I don't know. Whatever. It's some juvenile beef. It's a very juvenile beef to me, if you ask me. Point is, they've been getting their jokes off. Now, HoneyKomb came home about a month ago. Same type of response. Big layout. You know what I mean? Been selling a lot of records, like already been dropping consistently hard, but he's still beefing with HoneyKomb. But now he's been arrested again for the same charges that he was on federal parole of being released from after they let you out a little early because they know you have a music career and they was trying to be nice. So they was like, man, I know you got this extra time, but your label be pushing. Your lawyers is good. We're gonna let you out early. How do you feel about? Well, actually, you know what? I didn't even give you the backstory because like I said, you know me, I do the research.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Let me see if I can assist you real quick.
Yeah, because I do the research, man. Like at first, I thought it was some. At first, I thought it was some dumb ish. You know what I'm saying? I thought I was like, man, you out here moving sloppy. Like, why are you not like, accessing your financial means, like, by hiring security, something like that. Like I said, Twitter tore him up. You know what I'm saying? Like they was like, you goof ass. They were like, no, bro, thought they're like goof ass nigga. Like you just got out. Like you stupid. Like what you doing? Like, you know what I mean? They told us that. I read the comments, I read everything. But me, I like to read paperwork. So you know what I mean? So I read the actual paperwork. So
Black
it
and white.
turns out um his manager did hire security.
Okay.
And it
Where were
turns
they?
out, yeah, he hired two security guards. He hired three security guards, but they were both convicted felons, so they weren't allowed to have weapons on them as well. So they actually ended up cooperating with the police and trying to put it on Brazy. They pleaded not guilty, even though the guns are registered in their names. One
As
of them,
felon, as ex felons,
yeah,
right?
they don't want the charge either. Yeah, they don't want the charge either, even though the guns registered in your name.
Right.
But
It's mine, but it
uh,
ain't in my house.
yeah,
That's crazy.
so I feel like he's gonna beat it. He's gonna come home, but
I mean, that's been the history. It looks like
at least this one.
it's been looking like he come in and out.
Oh yeah, 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 yeah. He
You know
he,
what I
he a
mean?
jail baby. He a jail baby.
Come in and out a lot. So I
Yeah.
mean,
No, it's just sad though because like I said, I do my research,
mhm.
so I started looking at like I said, they're on the same label. Why is this same bodyguard Finesse two times lawyer's bodyguard at the same time though? Like now,
Yo,
I be looking at the undertones because when Brazy got arrested, like you feel me, like Finesse was laughing, like you know what I mean. He was laughing, but it was kind of like a sneaky Grinch type laugh, like Mr. Burns type laugh. Like he knew something they didn't. Like they knew that man shit was foul. And they sent him to be his man. You know what I'm saying? Like, because why the laws pull you over like that? Like in the first place,
mm-hmm.
that's crazy. Which is actually dope though, because you know what I'm saying. Speaking of the new laws, in California, they got the new law that's coming in that says that the police have to automatically and immediately identify themselves of why they pulled you over.
I mean, that's how it should be.
I mean, that'd be nice. Like, but usually when they pull up to your car, they usually say, "Hey, license and registration," and you'd be like, "Well, why'd you pull me over?" we'll get to that. License and registration, like, you know, I mean, they usually say that. That's usually correct. I mean, that's usually what they do. But anyway, my question was to you though about HoneyKomb Brazy. About to segue back to that was, how do you feel about the sneaky tricks of the game? Like about how you can try to do everything the right way and still get dragged in. Like, how do you feel about that? Like,
Man, you know, when I see a lot of these kind of stories, it makes me start to really think of these other dudes. And when I say other dudes, I'm talking the Locks, Mobb Deep,
okay,
just like how they can just keep it together, like how they didn't get sucked back in, how they didn't just keep tripping up, like man,
well, I
like
want to say it's because they were actually artists though. Like, and the game was you can't, no, come
no,
on,
I'm
man.
not trying to
That's
compare that. I'm
apples and
not comparing.
oranges. That's
Hold
apples
on,
and
hold on,
oranges.
because it's
I'll
not
let you
about
cook that.
it's not about the eras and all that. I'm just saying in terms of like industry tricks, like you have to be savvy, right?
True.
For the time. So I'm just saying for their time, and obviously the ones that are still playing the game now from back then, the Busters, whatever, like that's even crazier. They've had to evolve and change and adjust to these games.
Very true.
But my point is really like these are all the games they kind of have to play in their own ways. And it's eating a lot of these dudes alive in front of our face.
Yeah.
And I'm just like,
Yeah.
now I want to just think and look at the other side of it, like, man, like I got even more respect for like the other dudes who we know they hood and they're around some probably same kind of people this dude is, but they got it tightened up perfect to where like this can't happen, but I still got ex felons around me giving them jobs, giving them like it's just, you know what I mean? Like it's just making me think of like like of course Hove at the top or Nas, right? But just and even on a smaller level of just a smaller rap crew, just having like ASAP, like man, just them keeping it together, like
Right.
you know what I mean? Rocky had
Well,
his little slip up in Sweden or whatever, but you know what I mean. For the most part,
yeah.
like yo, like then these are the tricks, right? These are the,
Well,
but you
see,
get
the whole
it's
thing is
hard.
though, it's like, but see, this is why, like, if you want to put the comparison out in the parallels of the rap game being like the street game, what they're trying to make it, right? If
Mhm.
you really look at like the straight comparison, they're street dudes, like, you know, they come from that lifestyle, whatever. If you look at it, they're not take. I feel like they're not taking the rap game seriously enough
Mhm.
because they're treating it like it's the street situation. Like, you know what I'm saying? Where they're like, well,
Interesting.
only 4 of us come home out this thing out of 20 of us. So I'm gonna try to be the realist, like to make sure, because they're not picturing it as they're an artist who needs to sit down somewhere and just go do music. Every time you see these type dudes, they're always out somewhere where they shouldn't be. You ever notice every time the crime is committed or whatever they're being arrested for, allegedly, whatever they're being arrested for, you back home on the block at 2 a.m. somewhere, or like, you know what I'm saying? You at Saturday afternoon at the park. Like, why is your rich self signed to such and such, you know what I'm saying, worth 2-3 million in the hood at 2 o'clock on a Sunday? NBA young boy be at the house working. Why are your ass like, you know what I'm saying? He on house arrest. But before that though, he's at the studio working. Like, you know
Mhm.
what I'm saying? Like, why are you the next dude supposed to be up? Like, you know what I'm saying? And you how they I'm just saying, man, they don't even try, man. Like, I feel like it's a lot of like I said, it's like, you ever see an actor grow up in the on the sitcom, whatever?
Mhm.
There's a lot of artists. Like, we watch Kodak Black grow up. Like, we watch Drake grow up, kind of, really. Like, you know what I mean? We see the progression. Like, a lot of these people, and this is what I say, you got to equivalate it to the war or the streets. Like, a lot of people don't come home. Like,
Mhm.
even the NBA, even sports. Like, you know, like, you'll see somebody poised to go, ready to be the next dude. Boom, tore ACL. He over with. Now we move on to the next person. Like, you got to be that type of person that just maintains your own stability mentally and physically. And that's the
Yeah.
crazy part. Like, they crashing out because he's young. He look old. You can tell he lived hard. He look, oh, that boy 23, 25, 26, something like that. He young. He ain't even close to 30. He looked like somebody daddy for real. Like, you could tell he really lived that life. Like, you know what I'm saying? He's supposed to, man, when you get that bag, when you get that 2 million, you're supposed to get you a bag, get you a house somewhere else adjacent. Like, you know what I mean? Maybe Atlanta, like somewhere close, Texas, maybe. Like, you know what I mean? Maybe Cali. So just move. Like, why do you want to still be the coolest dude in your? Why do you want to be the biggest fish in the pond? That's the craziest part. That's gonna be wild to me.
I mean,
Fuck my
that's just
safety. Fuck my safety. I want to look cool to these niggas who ain't got nothing.
that's how it is sometimes. I mean,
That's crazy
like,
too. Go ahead.
I was just gonna say, I feel like there's also like a blueprint for people, especially from the South. So I can see why that they're influenced to do that. You know what I mean? Like you got Boosie, and he's like goat down there type shit, right?
No,
And
for sure.
he's the one,
He like Louisiana Drake, damn near.
and he
Besides
pretty
Wayne.
and he's always like, I ain't moving, I ain't leaving, and he buying the
Yeah.
whole block, and he buying and
Yeah.
moving. So like,
But he ain't Boosie.
but I'm just saying,
like, Boosie got 20 years in this thing.
I'm
Like,
saying,
Boosie can do that.
but I'm just saying, like, the point is like when you see it and you've seen it happen, you can strive for it. That don't mean you're striving for it the right way, but
Right.
there has been success that they can see. So some of them are obviously going to try it, but I just don't think it's an easy task. Like, and this is what I'm saying. Like, we need to applaud Boosie for being able to do it, like dodging the tricks. This is what I'm saying. Like the
I
ones
mean,
that are
Boosie on
still
trial, right? Boosie on bail right now by the feds. Boosie finna.
he's
We
still
don't know.
alive.
He's still alive for sure. Boosie done went through a lot. Boosie done been
I'm
through a
saying
lot.
like he's still alive. He's still fighting. Like,
Yeah. Like I said, there's tricks in it. There's levels to this shit. Like
and that's my point.
Like he's falling for level 1 tricks. That's what I'm saying. Like you a youngin' in this game, you're falling for day 1 tricks. Like you ain't even found the right nigga to hold your weed and guns yet. Like you know what I'm saying? Like you day 1 in this. Like you still got Pampers on. Like you know what I'm saying? Like you still letting other niggas hire your security. First off, that's come on, my dude. You letting come on, man. I'm just saying. I thought you were smarter than that. I would never let somebody else be in charge of who is protecting my life. But hey, living you learn. You know, we all been young.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Yeah, we all been young. You know what I mean? Hopefully he gets out this jam. You know what I'm saying? Because I fully believe the evidence is stacked against you. Even though the security guards for some reason don't want to take accountability that it was their situation, which is weird. But like I said, simple paperwork will bring that to light. So they're good, man.
Yeah.
So they're like, I was just making sure though, man. Like, look, real talk. Like, if somebody's gonna press up on you, you want to have the right people around you. Like, you know what I'm saying? You don't want to have nobody who's not official. Like, you want to make sure you protect yourself. That's all I'm saying.
I feel you, but I feel like in some ways they're showing how weak maybe the street game was. Like if you were now to say this is how you run in your business and your corporation, if your industry life, right? If you're this lax with your security, I can't think you were the opposite for the street. I would think, oh, you had a little homeboy who's probably always higher. You know what I mean? Like I'm just saying, like it's like some of that's just like you're saying, it's so similar and all that to where like, man, like that's maybe why it's also a detriment to where they fall into these pit holes where it's like, oh no, but that got me here and I'm gonna just keep doing what I did in the street. And it's like, nah, man, like you gotta evolve and change and grow to
big facts. Gotta
you know
evolve.
You gotta aim towards the president. Like I want to be covered in a secure thing and I ain't got no weapons on me. I don't even got a pin on me. Like
yeah, no, for sure.
No,
but the thing is also like, you know, I learned a long time ago. I think I heard an old school statement like, don't go to an interview dressed like the job you want. I'm sorry, like you're going for it. Dressed like you know what I mean, like you're going for the job you want, like or you want to have, or something like the boss type shit. Like, and that's the whole thing. Like, this is what I had to learn, and it took me a long time to learn it as well. Like, when you realize that, and I'm not trying to say I'm better than anybody at all.
No, just your experience.
I want to say that when you happen to be in a different position than you used to be, and your people are still in that other position, you know what I'm saying, that you were at, and they haven't figured out a way to elevate, like you want to try to help them. Like, you know what I mean? You want to try, but like, you know what I mean? Sometimes that's just not, they got to learn it themselves though. Like I said, like elevation's like, it's really on the other person to learn it. Like you can try to give them advice or whatever, but it's really on that person to learn it. And nothing teaches you more than anything than experience in life. Like, because you already know my lifestyle, man. If I didn't go through what I went through, we wouldn't even be having a podcast today.
Right.
Like, that's crazy. But